This video is to review some basic techniques that we're using in SketchUp. This is just going to cover some aspects of SketchUp that I've been asked about while doing several of the assignments and some repetitive mistakes that I've noticed. Now the first thing that we're going to cover is component creation, followed by moving components, making geometry to size, rotating components, offsetting geometry, and creating dimensions. So the first thing we're going to do is create a component. Now we're going to create it according to size. Now, quite a few people are working on the shed locker at the moment, so I'm going to create one of the boards for the shed locker. So I'm going to go with 1.5. So I left clicked my mouse. I did not hold that button down. If I did, this is what would happen. I'm holding the button down, I let it go, it would close that shape and it would complete the rectangle. That's not what we want to do. We want to quickly left click the button, click, drag it out, and then let go of the mouse. Now I'm going to type in 1.5 quotation marks, comma, space, 3.5 quotation marks. It should look like that at the bottom. Quotation marks are inches, apostrophe is feet. Enter. Now obviously it's pretty small. If in the event you make something and it is so small you actually don't see it, I would suggest going to your secondary menu over here and using Zoom Extents. Click on it once and it should bring all your geometry that you've made into view. Okay, so now that we've got our basic shape that we've made, that board, the larger one, is 4 foot 6 inches. So I'm going to now resize, or I'm going to pull this according to a specific size. So much like when I made the rectangle, I'm only going to left click once. I'm not holding that button down. So I'm going to left click once, bring it up, let go of that mouse. Now I'm going to type in 4 feet, apostrophe, space, 6 quotation marks. Enter. That's going to be the board that we've created. Okay, now it's going to be to a specific size, and if you're not sure, you can get that tape measure out. So there's our 3.5 by 1.5, and this is our 4 foot 6 inches. Okay, now that covers making something to a specific size. Now we're going to actually turn it into a component. To do that, we're going to use the pointer option. We're going to hold the button down. So this time we're holding it down. We're going to make a window around that. We let go, it's blue. While it's still blue, left click really quick, or no, sorry, right click. We're going to make that into a component, and now it's a component. If you're not sure if you made it into a component, go over here to components and it will show you. There's the component we made, and there's Ty, who comes with the program. So let's put that back. So that's how you make a component. Now there's another way to make a component, which I am going to show. It's important to know. So let's say we had a shape like this, or actually let's say we had a shape like a circle, just like so. And there's our circle. Now that circle has a surface, and you can see it here. Okay, that's important to mention. So if I want to make that into a component, I would left click on the line once, it's blue. Now I'm going to hold control down, and I'm going to left click on the surface. Okay, so the outside line and the surface is blue. Now I'm going to right click, make component. Okay, follow the same procedure like last time. Let's double check our component, it's in there. Okay, so we've got our component creation made to size. Now if we need to rotate a component, I've noticed quite a few people having difficulty with this. There's a few different ways we can do it. So let's make sure that's blue. If it doesn't turn blue when you grab your rotator, make it blue with the pointer. And you want to rotate it on the axis that you want to rotate. You want to make sure it's on a flat surface like this. And left click once, go out so it's straight. The green axis is straight. You see the green axis in the background. If there's another color in the background, that's the color that you're going to want to have. Left click once, rotate, and you'll see in the bottom right hand corner it's 90 degrees. Click. Okay, now the other thing I'm finding, some people have different types of components and there's not really a surface that they can click on, or it's difficult to click on. What you can do is come over here, click on it, make it blue, grab your rotator, and without even touching the object, just put it flat if that's the axis you want to rotate it on. Click here and then just rotate it 90 degrees, just like so. Now that would especially work in something like this because there's really no surface. It's a completely flat. If we wanted to rotate this, we could just go like that, and then we could just go like so. Okay. Now one of the other tools that some people are having some difficulty with was the offset. Okay, so offset is used to offset an existing closed shape, which means it's completely closed like a rectangle, a polygon, or a circle. So we're going to choose the offset option. We're going to go inside like so, and let's say that's the surface that we want to offset. I'm going to left click once. If I want to bring it in, I'm going to move it in obviously. If I want to bring it out, I'm going to bring it out. Now once I bring it in, if that's the direction I want to go, I'm going to type in without clicking, without holding that left button down. I'm going to type in, let's say I want to offset 1 foot, apostrophe, enter. And that's how I'm going to do that. Now last but not least, I've had a few questions and a little bit of misunderstanding as to how to do dimensions. We'll just go to our secondary toolbar, click on dimensions, click once, click again, bring it out, and click to drop it off. Okay, click, click. You also have the option to go in different directions, up, down, out. Okay, just like that. Now that should cover some of the concepts that I've had a few questions about, and some concepts and aspects of SketchUp that I've noticed has been consistently causing difficulty.